The Gingerbread Student by Katie. Once upon a time, long, long ago, there lived a rich couple. They were in their 60s and have been raising a poor orphan, for they were very kind-hearted. One day, the orphan, who they named Julia, was very sick. So the old lady spoke up. "Let's make a gingerbread girl. Remember, she always wanted one." "Very fine idea, very fine indeed," the old man said in a deep voice. So they rolled and stirred and made M&M eyes and sugar glazed clothes. They made a fruit roll-up scarf and made chocolate kiss buttons just for her dress. She also had licorice hair. After a little while, the timer went off. Ding, ding, ding. The little old man and the little woman ran to the oven. "Oh my!" both of them yelled. At that very moment, the gingerbread girl jumped out of the oven and stood very tall with her hands on her hips. "Run! Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl," she said, and then she took off running. And of course, the little old man and the little old woman followed. After running a mile or so in 5 minutes, the gingerbread girl came up to a cook. In the cook's hands was a big, big ladle. When the cook saw the gingerbread girl, his eyes grew bigger and bigger until he felt like he was about to burst. When the gingerbread girl saw this, she shouted, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." So the cook reached for her, but before he could get her, she took off running. Next minute later, the gingerbread girl came up to a tired carpenter. The carpenter was poor too, very poor. And when someone is poor, it means they're hungry. So that carpenter was hungry. When the tired man saw the gingerbread girl, he started weeping because he was thankful. And when the gingerbread girl saw him weeping, she chanted, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." And with that, she was gone. A little bit later, the gingerbread girl came up to another girl who was about 17 years old. She was about the loveliest thing the gingerbread girl had ever seen. And when the beautiful young lady saw her, she was amazed, for it was the opposite. The teenager thought the gingerbread girl was the loveliest thing she ever saw, but the gingerbread girl spoke up. "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." A few minutes later, the gingerbread girl got to a school called Miss Minchin's School for Young Ladies. The gingerbread girl, who wasn't afraid one bit at all, headed straight in. When she got inside, there were girls dressed in their finery, sitting at desks without saying a word. With no fear, the gingerbread girl plopped on a desk in the back, for nobody was sitting beside her. When the teacher saw the gingerbread girl, she made an announcement. "It's recess time," she said. "Everybody go out to play." So everybody went out to play, except the gingerbread girl. Then the teacher looked at the girl. "Let's see how smart you are," she snarled. So the teacher wrote a problem on the blackboard. Then the gingerbread girl ran up and picked up a piece of chalk. But before she could write the answer on the board, the teacher gobbled her all up. The